trust for the peace. You are people. You are the nation. Never afraid. Why afraid? You buy your father. You buy your mother. You buy your brother and sisters. Now is we talking true. Why you are so? All the peoples of the country, look at them. America, Asia, Europe. It is not greater than you pine, the blood or the skeleton. You are paid white skeleton in the red blood greater than all the world. Yes.
Yeah.
We are talking. Never afraid. Never afraid. For 1% are pride. For 1%, for one community is pride. For one party is pride. We will do this is chance. In Europe, we passed bad life. In America, we passed bad life. In Africa, passed bad life. All the young of Eritrea.
Yeah. Great explanation.
Listen, we are not joke. We are talking true. Look your family. One family was born 9%. 1% is Africa, Uganda, Kenya, Addis Ababa. 1% is Europe. 1% is America. His father or her father or their fathers are that. Never look at them. Please, we are human. We're talking about freedom. We're talking about peace. First, peace. Just I am proud all of. Yes, I know my English is not good.
No problem.
But I like my action. I like my heart. But I am proud for all young, my brothers and my sisters and my fathers for talking English and Italy. All of by the N words are talking as agreed among them. Thanks more for all listening me. But I know my English is bad, but I speak by action. Thanks more.
No problem. We understand you that you are asking. Hey, بتعمر بشالو بريكيت باك قال لنا عجاز غير كذا لا حسابكم تطلعنا يسرب شلون we have big respect to you, Mr. Aforki. We give you a second chance to. Please, can you tell them that can they like to do?
First, I brought all of Eritrea youngest yesterday night. He's rich 1 million of tap. Even Meron is one guy. He's young. He is talking among of the peace and the freedom. All of talking. Just bring when the peoples are listening. All the peoples are looking. First, take tap. Anybody, please. It has 200 friends.
Please.
One friends they make among 10 minutes tap. 3, 4, or 5, or 10. It has meaning. The connection is talking free. Thanks more. Tap.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Aforki.
Mr. Aforki.
Hombi.
No, it's my turn, I guess.
Hombi gives chance to Aforki.
Oh my goodness. Okay, keep. Okay, go ahead, Mr. Hobby.
Yeah.
I will
So
speak
first
after.
of all, I'm finished, but talking, no problem. Some example, Madat, talking, talk it, no problem. I will listen them, but my English I know is very bad, but
Don't worry.
always
Aforki, you speak
listen
good
listen
Tigrinya.
me,
That's
Meron,
enough to you.
listen me.
English is your second language. Don't worry.
Yes,
No problem. It's not your mother language. You don't have to stress.
No. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Never afraid. I'm very,
Yeah.
very. I know my by action token is one place by action is very, very nice. The person he hasn't here, he hasn't lives is called diff. But he listen all of the brain. The person has not eye. It has very clever.
Yes.
The letter is called without eyes brain by this token.
Yeah.
I know, yes, all the people is never afraid. It's just talking all my
Aforki, brother, despite your language, your idea is very important to us. Thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate your idea. God bless you.
Yeah. Continue, Hombi.
Yeah. First of all, as Nagash was said, he doesn't believe in the Eritrean government, and I say it's a government, whether we like it or not. Eritrea it has a government, and Eritrean government it's a government. You might say that you don't believe on it, and you don't make any change. He's there for reason. Secondly, you were saying that President Isaias is a dictator. Then when you trying to answer, he said that there is no election for the last how many years, however, wherever. But guess what? In 1994, it was election. And the national...
Humble brother, can you tell
the
us...
leaders... let me finish it. I give you a chance to speak, then have a chance.
I'm not interrupting him. Can you tell us who elected him or who voted him?
The parliament. I saw that. I saw in the...
Yes, it's in 1994. It was elected by the parliament. And let me finish. Since we were listening you, give me a chance to speak whatever I believe.
Go ahead. Sorry. Go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, and don't interrupt. Don't think that this is your place. This is equal to everybody. Okay, so it was elected. He was elected by the Parliament of Eritrea. And in 1998, we were from 1998 until now we are under Marshall policy, which means we are in high time as a country. So the first thing has to come is the national interest. So the government was under Marshall policy. That means protecting the land. Before election, before anything, we need a country. So the government is keeping the country. This is my answer. And secondly, let me give you this. Where are those people they were fighting with President Isaias? And they are in prison, he said. Guess what? Whoever stands against the national interest, whether me, you, he, or she, always there is a law. It takes him.
But you have evidence.
You are in a country, it could be Europe, America, or Canada. I'm in Canada. If I am standing against the government, they don't let me in. I will go to jail for sure.
Humble brother, can I ask you a
Because
question?
Stability, country. Let me finish.
What do you mean by strategic of...
But
just if you elaborate on it.
Let me finish, then I will hear it.
Let him finish, please. Go ahead, brother.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. So whoever stands against the government, in a nice way, he can get an answer. But aggressively, he will go to the jail, that's for sure. Whether me, you, him, she, or her, everybody can go to the jail. Number one. Let's say if you see to the journalists, they give them a bylaw, how to use the right. And they were saying so many things against the nation, not the country or the party, against the nation. So whenever they do that, then the government has to take action. And government is always there to protect the people and the land and the system. So this is my understanding. I can answer if somebody was asking me more, but
Okay.
for now it's good
We
enough.
will ask you later. Sami Zamba, continue. It's your turn.
Okay. Thank you guys for giving me this opportunity to express myself about our beloved government and our beloved old president. He's almost going older and older every morning. As Mr. Nagash and other people were saying, accusing our government of being unfair to our people and our country. Let me tell you this. I will put it this way. In Horn of Africa, there is only one politics that works and stays for a longer time is EPLF's politics. Yes, this is fact. And everybody here, no, wait, hold on. Let me finish. I don't like anyone to interrupt me while I'm talking about my beloved government.
Okay. You can say whatever you like. Just go ahead.
Okay. And our government, as Mr. Homip said earlier, our government is elected by the council. We can say council or parliament in 1994. And let me tell you this. Democracy is a fashion. It is a fashion and it is not good for
Goodness. Sami is
any
joking,
people,
guys. Sami is
for any
joking.
country.
Yeah.
We see the result of democracy. Hold on. Let me finish. We can see the result of democracy in all the democratic countries. The people are what do you call this? I don't know the word, the vocabulary for this. Give me 1 minute to remember this word.
Please take dictionary.
Okay, close it.
Please take
Google.
Please take
Okay.
Google or dictionary.
Yeah, Google it.
Okay. Never mind. I'll keep going. Okay, so the result of democracy we can see in America, the people of America is fighting each other. You see?
Better to say Janda America.
Yes, in Janda America, we can see the result of democracy. People fighting each other, accusing each other.
Don't talk about America, please.
I can speak for America, and we are the only nation in the whole. Oh, hold on, and in the whole world, our only nation is opposite to America. You can see. Everybody knows.
You mean that Isaias is fighting against America?
I didn't say fighting.
So what?
He opposed America and their agenda. Okay? We are young and small nation. Okay? So, our government is elected rightfully and he deserves the power. And he preserved the nation till this day. While everybody ran away, every youngsters from our country ran away rather than building the country and fighting for the country. Everybody ran away.
Dear Sami,
And look, let me finish. Let me finish.
Okay, let me interrupt just a second. You mean that we have a genuine government? He's ruling the country peacefully, politically wise, and everything. We have a genuine government. You mean that?
Yes.
Oh, sorry.
Because of our government our country is still existing. Yeah,
it's existing, but
and we won.
Okay.
Look, our enemy perished.
Let's give
No, let me finish.
No, Sami,
let me finish, Nagash, please.
Don't
interrupt
me.
me.
Second chance, no problem. I will give you second chance.
Give me 1 minute. I didn't speak. I didn't talk.
We want to
I
hear
didn't
some
express
idea
myself fully.
from Agazian.
I didn't fully express myself, please, Mr.
No,
Meron.
you have.
Okay, Mary, give him 1 minute. Give him 1 minute, Mary.
Our government is being accused here
Okay,
for not being
Sami.
fair.
I know you're inside,
this is
but
unacceptable.
I know you're inside. Just you are pretending here. I don't know what you are doing. I don't know, but.
So,
Can I go ahead?
No, hold on.
Please give him for Barakat, please. Can you give him a chance for Barakat?
Hold on. Give our government a chance to build the country. Okay, that's all I can say for now. I will speak after. Go ahead, Barakat. Thank you guys for this opportunity. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, go ahead.
Hi. Thank you for this opportunity, Meron, for giving me to speak on behalf of Agazian Brotherhood Movement. Let me introduce myself. My name is Barakat. Also, I'm Eritrean. Was born in Addis and deported to Eritrea, and then been going to school there at Red Sea, Kahbahari, since then it was called. I studied there until 11th grade, and I had matriculation. I got points, but due to the circumstances in the Eritrea government, I left my country and went to for a refugee in Holland. Now I'm staying currently in the Netherlands. Now let me come to the point, what this guy was saying. There are some terms they use at the PFDG, like national interest. They don't really define them articulately, and they mix the government with the party. He says it's the government duty, but instead he said it's the party's duty to protect the country. And second of all, he is using the term EPLF. EPLF was dissolved in 1994, as we all know, and then it became PFDG. So do not try to rely on the history of EPLF. All the leaders of EPLF are in prison or in jail. Thirdly, let me talk about Agazian movement. In general, I will make it short because we cannot all talk all night about our strategy. But as Agazian Brotherhood movement,
it's not about Agazian. This is about the government.
No, I'm telling you. I'm telling you what we are planning for.
No,
listen. I'm telling you what we are planning for Eritrea in the future. We have four national. We have four national strategic.
We will come another day for Agazian. This is for Eritrean government.
Don't worry. I'm talking about Eritrea. Okay, I'm talking. We all believe we are the continuation of EPLF. That's our standing point. Secondly, we have four strategic national interests for Eritrea. That is our land, our heritage, our
we are standing here
and
for
our language
Eritrean
games.
government, whether he's a government or not, whether he's a dictator or not. That's what we are speaking.
Please,
Everybody's interrupting.
I need to hear him. No problem.
Barakat, say whatever you like. You have freedom, brother. Go ahead.
Okay, let me go. And then after for this strategic, we are looking to develop Eritrea to bring it to the first world-class economy. Our main project is to bring Eritrea from this downfall economy to a level where we all Eritrean can benefit and have a GDP income of $30,000 or beyond. To build economy is very easy. Eritrea is situated in a very strategic position and place, so there's no doubt about it. But since this government has been given a chance for 30 years, they have been only damaging what was existed as a factory or as economy. So we don't, as our movement, we do not see PFDG or Isaias as imminent threat. We just see it as a dying out government. But our focus is now how to motivate and inspire the young youth to believe in their country so that we can go back and build our economy and then become the first African nation that has reached the European economies, all that. So, yeah, and we are looking to achieve that by, you can all see us in medias and everything. So, that's all I can say. But we don't see us the Eritrean government.
Isaias saves the territory borders on the people.
Isaias uses jargon words like, we have threat from America and stuff. There's no direct threat. Eritrea is the most peaceful, which don't have threat internal or externally. It is so stable that all the nations around it are broken down and dismantling, while you can see Ethiopia is dismantling.
So what about when they were bombed from the Tigray?
Barakat.
Yeah, we defend ourselves, but I have concluded my point, so you can go ahead.
Okay.
Thank you.
Let him complete his idea.
Yeah, so we believe. Yeah, okay, go ahead, speak.
Mansour chance.
Yeah, thank you about the discuss. This is good discussing, guys, and continue like this because we speak now a language of the world. We can listen anything is your problem. You have to speak your own language. In sometimes even if you hear Kenya, they have a lot of language, but the international language for them is the government language, the business language is English in Uganda, South Africa, and Nigeria. Yeah. Now what we're gonna do? This is what's going on in Eritrea. If you need to talk about Eritrea, in this 32 years, there is a guerrilla group. They kidnap Eritrea and Eritrean people in 32 years. Not just Eritrea. They kidnap Eritrean people and Eritrea. And they do what they need to do. Some of them, they make them civil service. Some of them, they slavery. You know? Like they make you a military, never ongoing military, never end up military, permanent military. There is a job you can get permanent in Europe, but in Eritrea you can get military permanent job, military until you die. This job is the wrong job we see in the world, and they can take you whatever you need. They can put you in Somalia, they can kidnap you, and they put you in Tigray, and they can kill you, and they make you like nothing. You don't have like a family. This is a broken family. Now what we can talk about government. If you talk about government, there is opposition, they call it. This is not government. This is he blaming, he crying like opposition. When he talk, if you hear him, the guerrilla group, the leader of the guerrilla in Eritrea, when he talk, if you hear him, he talking like he living 32 years in opposition. He's saying we don't have electric. We're saying we don't have water. We're saying this is language of opposition. He lead in this country for 32 years. He can't blame anyone. He can't blame himself.
Yeah,
he can't blame himself. This we have to talk politics. This guy, if he need to insult America, he insulted by Tigrinya language, you know, because he don't like. He is a CIA, but he can't speak by English. When he go to Saudi Arab, he beg in Arab by Arab language, but his people, what he do them, he can't speak them in Arab language. You know, that means he blame politics. And what we can do, if we need to finish his politics, we have to speak world language politics.
thank you.
World language politics, we can spread anything is your problems. You can hear anything, anyone in the world. If we speak little language, our language just no, we can't sell anything. Now, if you need to fight this guerrilla group in Eritrea, the one
Mansour, you keep calling president on some from pro-government are happy. Yeah, they write like what you say, president. Do you?
Who's president? There is no president. Who elect him? He's a guerrilla group, mafia. You know, mafia guerrilla group. Just they hold the chance. Nobody elect him. Someone, if they elect him, you can say him president or leader. There is no leader. There is no president. Even if you say he's president, how are you blaming someone not in the government? He is blaming himself. He say no electric. He say no water. We don't create any job. We don't create education. He's a loser. He is not a leader. You know, he's a loser man. He's a weak. He's afraid from Eritrean people. He's afraid from his public. He never told them the truth. That means he's a weak leader. He's a scary leader. He hiding in Eritrean people. And now we have to talk the language of the world. That means we have to open his bag. We have to open where he hiding. Where he hiding. The way he talk, someone he leading in opposition, bro. You know, he never talk about a leader. A leader, he talk, I create education. I create a business. I create like this. I create roads. I make a hospital. A lot of things like this. But when you hear him, he crying. He crying to who? Who is a leader? If he is a leader, he can't speak like this. That means he's a guerrilla group. is a mafia. Just they using Eritrean people and they hide in Eritrea. That's what he can correct like that, you know. And thank you, Meron. Continue like this. This is a good thing, I think, to discuss like that.
Thank you, Mr.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Meron. Can I speak?
Yeah, you can continue.
Thank you for all of you. I do respect for all of you. But as who his name is Hamib.
Please like. Can you like it, please? Like, please. Stop.
I will try to reply them as much as possible, Malet. What I say that, you know that. Yeah, you are right. There is a government, but nominal government, you know. The problem is you cannot differentiate between genuine and nominal government, you know. There is a nominal government, you know, just a name. Nominal government, you know. For 32 years, for 31 years, nominal government. But a genuine government and nominal government is too different. If Eritrean people had a genuine government, we would never be scattered as we are today. You got me, guys? Did you get me? If we had a genuine government, we would never be scattered as we are today. That's why I said his nominal government. Yeah, his name is nominal government. Look, Hamib is trying to say that the cabinet or the prime minister goes going against the country. What? Do you have evidence? You have evidence? They claim that they tried to solve the country. What? Are you kidding me? What is the evidence? Okay, let's say they did that. Okay, they did. They tried to solve the country. There is no law. Why they did not go to the court? Why? Why they did not go to the court? For how long? For how long shall they stay in prison? You know, in our country, if the government won't take somebody, they take suddenly and say, no, just one, he will come back. You know that? And they say for 20 years, for 15 years. Nobody question about him. If his family tries to ask, where is our member, where is our family? The government also take them. That's the situation of our country. So, only all what I would like to say for Sami just here joking. He's making funny. I know he's inside, you know. But for Hamid, just he is pretending. His name is, I think so, if I'm not mistaken, Hamid his name is Khalid. But he's quoting Bible, you know. He's quoting Bible to pretend, you know, for benefit of, you know. That means you should not speak about the government. Just pray. Yes, I pray for the government. As a religious leader, I pray for him. But I have to speak the truth. I have to speak the truth. I have to tell him he's suffering my people.
Can you tap guys 10,000 please?
You know? So if I do it again and if I repeat it, the idea, that gives sense. So I have to stop here. Thank you guys. I respect your idea. May God bless you all.
Thank you, Mr. Nagash. Hombi, can you continue it?
Yeah, first of all, we are here for the government of Eritrea. Just like whether he is dictator, whether he is a government or not. We're not here for Agazian idea. So I might come next time to deal with Agazian idea, but today, let me...
Hombi, it's not your home.
Your opinion, yeah.
No, read it in, whether in Tigrinya or in English, read it properly, my brother. It's Homib. Just like make it Homib, you know. It's one part of our country.
Homib, okay.
One village. in Barka, close to Sawa actually.
Okay.
I'm entitled to my opinion, brother Hombi.
Yeah, Hombi. Don't
No,
try.
if we're speaking in a topic, it will be good for everybody.
Wait. Don't try to limit this room. I saw you 3-4 times. You write. Who wants here only in Tigrinya like that? You try. We know each other as well. You have to know, okay? So try to speak. You are the defender. Our dictatorial government. Eritrean people, they don't have a power. They don't have a knowledge. They don't have agreements. They don't come in one opinion. But your price, you will get when you die. Because what we do, everything, we will get back for whatever we did. Everything have a price. Okay? So, yes, you have not afraid. You guys, you don't have afraid from Eritrean people. You don't have any things because they don't have any communities. They don't have any organization or like that. So, but God will give you your prize one day. Everything have a limit. About government in Eritrea have limited. About you guys, defender, about the people of Eritrea, about East Africa, about everything will change. Time will come and everything will change. So in this room, you can defend, you can talk in your time, but don't limit it to Barakat. It's not our agenda. It's not. Isias also is not our agenda. Our agenda is not only to...
Yes, it is. Isaias is our agenda. We speak about Isaias in the government in Eritrea.
Mary brother, Homib, please, let's believe in freedom of speech. Freedom of speech. That's what we miss.
No, but we are here to achieve something, right?
No,
just we are here to achieve something.
Homie brother, I respect you. Just drop your opinion, your idea. Why it goes against you?
To make it easy, first, let me go. In order to deal with things, I like to see one by one,
Okay.
So, as I said before, for me, President Isaias is a president, and Eritrea, it has its own government. This is what I believe.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know who was here, he was saying that about national service. When we are going to national service, I wasn't there to protect President Isaias' house or one of the leaders' house. We were in the military to protect the land. So when there is a land, we can speak about freedom, about so many things. But when we don't have a government, how are we going to do this? So think about whoever goes to the national service. I was part of national service. I've been in the army for 9 years. Whoever goes to national service, I wasn't there to protect President Isaias' house. He's ordinary person like everybody else. Number one. Second, about those people, they were ministers, whoever now they are in jail. My brother, they were in power. When they were in power, they had a chance to do the better. Let's say, I was in army in 1999. Whoever stands against the national interest, it was said that he might be killed. So at that time, 1999, because the country was under martial policy, whoever has to work under the government. So those people, they were standing against the government. And the government uses the military way, which means the military way means this whoever in army.
For me, brother, for how long we shall keep the martial?
So the martial policy has to stay until we are free from all orders against the country. Still the orders are still until yesterday. Mandela was in the. So until the orders has finished, country is under national martial policy.
You mean that and Jesus came back? You mean that? Toch?
No.
Came back.
No, I didn't say that. I don't know which day he will come, but I know there is a day that everything will be finished. But I didn't know that which day he will come back, Jesus. That's I think he, because the Bible, he can tell us what time he will come back. But this is my understanding. And
Okay.
since they were part of the government, let me finish, my brother. Since they were part of the government, they know the rule. Whoever works against the rule, they know the rule. So I cannot say anything about Duru. I cannot say anything about Uqba. I cannot say anything about Etros. They were good enough to protect themselves. They know the rules and they did what they think it's right. And whenever he decide something, sometimes he get good, sometimes he get bad. I finish, my brother. I will give you a chance.
Thank you. Okay. Let me answer you.
That's your turn. Yeah.
Okay. I will give him. Now, there is two fighters for Eritrea. Like Ukuba Abraha, Petros Solomon, or Bitodet Abraha, or Ukba, a lot of from them, they say we are fighting a big enemy to bring out of Eritrea or to come Eritrea as a nation, because we was like a federation with Ethiopia in 1952, So we for 13 years we are fighting on. We take our country back, So after 94, there was a small cabinet in the museum in Asmara, and they elect him only for 5 years. But after he finished 5 years, they say we have to give the power to government, because we have to remember all our words. So because of they say we have to give a democracy for our people, he puts them in jail. Not because a country is not abroad or in one cola or cigarette to pay another country.
No, let me give you this one.
Wait.
You can check in the YouTube their brothers. Let's say the brother or some other people, the way they said about their brothers.
No,
so
wait.
That's the answer. I cannot tell anything.
Be patient,
media.
Be patient.
Wait. No one country pay a countries. There is no access. There is no access to pay a country or like that. Yeah, you can give a ports, a big cities like that, big like Mainong, like Pisha. Yeah, because it has pay, a lot of our place sales. Some for Canada, some like Fulfil Solomona for Arabs, like Masawa for Russians, like ASAP for the Arab countries. A lot of party of the country you can give another countries only you can get $1. You can like that. But all of the country you cannot pay. It's on logic. Secondly, if they was doing like that, if he have evidence before they are going in jail, they must take a lawyer. They must defend for their self, because they are served for 30 years for their lives for the country.
Which country you are, my friend? Let me ask you this question. Which country you are?
No, please.
No. In Europe or US or Canada, which country you are?
In our country, please speak.
I'm in German, but we're talking about Eritrea, brother.
You see,
wait.
Google the German army policy. Whether they were civil or
Okay.
under army, we don't know. This is the different things we have to know each other.
Please, Hamid, in
No, wait.
army,
Wait,
in military,
I never compare my
See,
country.
There is military.
I never compare.
There is military
Homie,
court,
homie,
and it's not open
brother.
to the public.
please,
I
Hamid,
let you
listen.
finish on.
Yeah.
You don't let me to.
Let him finish first of
Yeah,
all.
please.
Yeah, let him finish first
Yeah,
of all.
thank you. I believe Shabia is Pedro Solomon. I believe Shabia is Ukba Abraham. I believe Shabia is Duro. I believe Shabia is Bitod. Why Higda puts them in Angel? Because they say
Not individual person is Shabia. Shabia is the mass of Eritrea, all together.
Homie, please. Our brothers are waiting for us. You know, that's if you
let
need your
me
job.
finish, and I won't give other to talk about. I believe you are right. In Tigray, if you say Wayane, everyone is Wayane, but TPLF is a party.
Dear Meron, open comments. Can you open please comments?
Yeah, please tap guys. In Tigray, when we go Tigray, so many people says Wayane is a mesmer for all people from Tigray. We in Eritrea say, like you said, Shabia is everyone. You're right, because this word from Arabic, this is like people's fighters, directly when we translate to Tigrinya. So they take a lot of words from Arabic because we are in the coast. But what I am saying is, Pedro Solomon represent more Shabias. There is top members of Shabias. The key. They are fighting for their people. They are fighting for their country. They serve their lives for the rest of their lives. They are in jail because he have his only ideology, because he is dictator, but they don't know about him. They think, okay, with all of our mistakes, we go to Asmara. If you have our country, then never he can win. People will win, they think, but they are failed. That's why also all Eritrean people are suffering after Shabia's under control or under the ground. So he killed our leaders from Shabia, like Pedro Solomon, like Duru, and the family of the country is leaving the country, escaping every month, every day, when we are in all of the world. So I don't say only Petros is Shabia or only Duru, or I mean only they can represent. What I am talking is limited now, but every gives his life, believing Petros, believing Duru, is an Shabia, because he gives the life for the country, for the people. So, but why Isaias do like that? Because he is a dictator. They don't give them to defend themselves with lawyers. He never brings them to justice because he have afraid they kill him. They kill them so early because he cannot sleep. So without justice, without right, without nothing, in the country where they serve for their lives, they are dying. So now you protect the government like he is not a criminal or he is doing nothing because you made the mistake and the other people. They say only we give the power to the people. That's not a mistake. So don't just to protect Isaias Afwerki, give them bad names, and don't look also Isaias or you have an interest of the country. Without young people, how we build the country? there is no people in the country. All our economies in Addis Ababa, in Sudan, or in Kampala, or in Uganda. How we could say you build a nation? How we can believe? Where is the Ansaba? Where is the Lagasa? Where is the Bakaro? Where is a millionaire? There is all under the coupon.
So, you know what? I don't have enough time.
There is no
but
Fisher.
I would love to talk with you guys, especially.
Wait,
anytime when you come online, send me a link. I will come and I will say a lot of things what I believe. Thank you for the chance you give it to me. Thank you. كم حاجاتكم تنسعوا. Thank you. Sami is.
تنسعوا. عيد فرح عندهم كي.
Himbo, may God bless you.
Can I speak about that?
No.
I can speak about that too. You know, Shiwan. Let me give you one word. In the Bible says the first one he might be last, and the last one he might be first. So I might be now I could be the last one, but tomorrow I could be the first one. You never know.
Meron.
So the mercy, the favor of God, you don't know where it goes. Tomorrow is in the hand of Allah or God.
Can you open your face?
You use a Bible to shut our mouths.
Ideology. We need ideology only. We don't need a face.
Can you open your face?
An ideology.
If you don't afraid, can you open your face?
No,
we need an ideology. I don't open.
You see, he's pretending. You know, he's pretending to be someone else.
Okay,
anyway, I respect you, Himbo, brother. Our difference is.
And then you know what? Homib is a place in Sawa. So I wish you guys can read in Tigrinya, since Tigrinya in English properly. Homib is a place.
Brother, we know our country.
Thank you.
Each and every district, we know each and every.
And the Agazian person, I don't know your name, Barakat BG. I would love to talk to you more about Agazian in the ideas.
No,
have a wonderful
our name,
evening
brother.
or night.
Agazian is our origin name, brother. Our origin name is Agazian. It's not a big deal.
Oh, okay. You guys are from Agazian too, so
no.
It was brother, the game was 4-1. That means 3-1.
I didn't say that. I didn't say that. Omid,
take it easy, huh? The guys start thinking about government. President Isaias Afwerki is the leader of the government of Eritrea. Whether you like it or not, United Nations, they call him President Isaias Afwerki, the government, the leader of Eritrea.
I am not Agazian, but Agazian is a name. Giz, you know that? That's a Giz.
Oh, okay.
I am from Giz.
Okay. Sorry, I said that you are Agazian. Anyway, thank you and have yourself a wonderful night. If you are in Canada or America, have yourself a good evening.
Okay, have a blessed day.
Okay, can I speak? Time to speak
Thank
now.
you, Barahat. Barahat, I would love to talk to you in Tigrinya or in English, as I see you. Your English is excellent,
whatever you like.
Everybody else.
No.
Thank you, and for all those listeners that you were patient for our English. May God bless all.
Have a nice day, brother.
I have some questions for you.
You will bring our money. You will bring.
I think
now I start English because my money.
Sami, do you want to say something or let's proceed to Barakat?
Yes, I can proceed a little bit, have a comment on the Eritrean government. Let me say, first of all, we know Eritrea government is there and President Isaias Afwerki is there. Nobody is doubting that and nobody is against that. But what we are speaking here is it a legitimate elected president? I think that's the main question here. Is he elected when? Since when? By whom?
Yeah,
who was there? And who are the people? So those are the simple questions should be answered. And secondly, what PFDG, this party of Democratic Front People's called, they use this very destructive and tricky words like nation building. When they say nation building, they are actually not meaning building economy. They are talking about building a new national identity and culture. That's their goal. Wherever Isaias does his interview, you can notice these words. And then what he talks about are different. What our people understand from his talking is they are perceiving that he's building economy, but that's not the main agenda of PFDG. Their main agenda is trying to create this new identity in Eritrea. If it works, which is not bad, but at this era and age, that's not possible because you cannot destroy all other the tribes or the nation, the Tigrinya, change it to something else. But secondly, their policy is always create a threat, create an enemy. Like they create these fictions, like our parents used to tell us, Hungugu. PFDG always use these jargons, junta, Wayane, Washington. He uses this to keep the people in trap so that they are always in a threat from outside, so that they should be always alert. What he said, the martial state. But that's a fiction. If they don't do that, they cannot stay in power because they don't have any reason to stay in power because they have failed in every facet of the government, economy, education, healthcare, providing social security, providing social service. So since they have failed in all of those facets, the thing that keep them legitimate and keep them in power is by creating this false narration of enemies like Wayane. Wayane has never been threat to Eritrea because EPLF themselves created the Wayane, the TPLF. So they have destroyed them in a matter of months. We have seen it. But they have to keep enemy so that the Eritrean people are always under threat and he can continue to propagate his dictatorship. There is nothing beyond this of PFDG. They have no economic policy. They never built an economy. What they only have done is destroyed what we have received even from the colony era. Like Derg, when Derg was leaving Eritrea, there was a couple of factories that they can build. But now, even those factories are destroyed. There is no bus. There is no water service, electricity. So what is the government? What is doing? Why is everybody going to Sudan to get healthy care? Like, why is everybody leaving? Also, about the currency. Eritrea currency is like how you protect it. If Eritrea economy is open, the the exchange rate will explode exponentially to like $1 could be 1 million nakfa in one day because the economy is confined. You are only allowed to take 5,000 nakfa. He is controlling the economy, micromanagement. If he opens Eritrea economy, the inflation will be unexplainable, like 1,000%. But these things, they cannot defend it because they only say, we have a threat, we have a threat, we have a threat. There are a lot of nations still under threat, build economy. For example, Israel. A lot of nations we can mention, even Russia and Ukraine. Russia is still going on if it's still in a war. But yeah, I don't know what to say this. But at the end of the day, this government is dying out because there is no second generation taking over their ideology because they don't have this clear policy and ideology that can be transferred to the young generation. But what we have is now the opportunity to grab this moment and then build a nation that's already built, but build an economy state. Like we have to build a state. We have to build institutions like education institution, cultural institution. We have to revive our heritage and culture because we have already built laws. What we call it the custom law, the Hegindaba, is already one of the best laws in the world. Since the world was under savage, like in 16th century, all the European nations, what we call now the modern world, were like not advanced in lawmaking, but our forefathers have done it. So with the constitution, we don't have any problem. What we have only is a technical problem. We just need to fix it. We need to tweak the policy. We have to actively tell Eritrean people, there is no internal problem. There is no external threat to us. We are very stable. We are seated in a strategic position. So we just have to believe in and then build our economy. Like Isaias, take it or give him like plus 15 years. After that, he's done. So we're talking about the coming Eritrea, not now, but we have to dream it, because we have to dream in Eritrea for 200 years beyond now. So that's our goal. Hegedef, you can just forget it. Just we have to focus what we will do after him. I think that should be the point. Thank you very much, Meron, for this opportunity.
Welcome. Barakat, thank you, Barakat. But if you don't mind, can I ask you a question?
Yes, you can do.
Okay, what do you think? Which one has to come or has to done first, the law or the economy?
I say the economy, because without economy, you cannot build a social trust. You can see it yourself. Like in a poor countries, you can put democracy, you can put elections, it will not work. Once you put bread and milk for each family, then everybody will settle, and then you can proceed to implement law and election and stuff. Because without bread and milk, nobody can survive. We all know that. We came here also for bread and milk, I think. That's like the most basic thing for human.
The major I have difference from Agazian, because now our country is not in our hand. The people of Eritrea must bring their country back. So
we are snatching it back from Hegedef. You have it. You have to believe in. You're snatching it from them. You have to take the ownership, Meron.
No. I feel I am ownership.
Dear Mary, can I finish my question? Barakat, that's
yes.
why the most which I didn't agree with your ideology, you know. Let's say it doesn't mean we don't have very wealthy people in our country. We have multi people, you know, but they invest outside the country. Why? They don't have secure law in our country. That's the main problem. The government destroyed the Heggen Dabba and all other laws. That's why people.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, correct. That's why people, they could not invest their content in the country. First of all, as for me, I prefer first the law has to come first. If you put the law first, anyone can be secure and invest whatever he likes or she likes and goes under the law. That's what my opinion. Thank you.
Yeah, you mean law, yeah, because you need to build a trustable government that the world can borrow you money or lend you, so that you invest and revive your economy and build institutions.
We have to have one government, trusted government, that we communicate with the world. This everyone can agree with this idea. But
I can give you examples.
One thing I don't agree with ASEAN is now, like we say, Isaias Afwerki or the policymakers, they are making policy. If you take Asmara, if you are in power, we don't want to see a young people. That's why you are in Holland. That's why I'm here. But they already did the policymaker writing before we born. You know, they bring in prison or in jail our fathers, Pedro, Solomon, or Duru, or like other guys, Abraham. You know, on our future is in dark. Now, still our country is in their hand. So now, if I work hard to about economy, how I rebuild Eritrea, it's not sense for me, because they are very dangerous. They use my fathers and they throw it on. They bring my future in dam or in darkness. So they are doing a lot of, since my grandfather, my father, me, and my children too. They are doing a lot of in this country. They are destroying for 3 generations. You know, also the country is still now in their hand, not in Eritreans people hand. So I think my opinion is first, we cannot come in one ideology, but we have a different ideology. But as Eritrean, we can talk about Eritrea on. First, we bring back our Eritrea and let's talk about economy or other politics in Asmara. But if you start now in cyber to talk about economy, this dictator or policymaker are doing a lot of things what we cannot bring back our country, if you understand what I mean. You understand?
Correct.
Let's have our country on talk about economy in Asmara, where we do, whether in cost or whether in wherever what we want to build our country, you know. So I don't agree with Agazian. That's why, because they believe the soldiers are besides the people, but I don't believe that, because if the soldier, example, Philippos or Teklamanjus or Wadfurzun, he cannot bring out Petros Solomon or others, Abraham or others. He doesn't now. Also, I don't have hope to come back on to help the people or to change the policy. You know, I don't have hope. So we have a major difference. So I don't know. Continue.
Okay. Yes. I can say it here is just you mentioned like we need policy. Of course, we don't come without policy, but what I meant was like this kind of election, constitution, democracies are like we have our own direct democracy. Hegenaba is called direct democracy. All the people directly elect who will lead them and who will govern them. So that's in our policy. And secondly, if you look at countries like Saudi, Qatar, or these small rich nations like Singapore, even North Korea, they were like semi-dictatorial when they built their economy. Mm-hmm. They were not like really democratic. So, but they've built economy, so their people are living okay now. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, every country has something. Yeah, we know China also.
But what I'm saying is we have our own rule.
Yeah,
as we call direct democracy.
Without having land on talking about economy, that is making not sense to us. That's the problem, you know. If you have ground to grass to seeds, whatever you want, you must have a land or a place, you know. Then you can seeds whatever you want. You understand what I mean? But we are having our country. Or if you say I will build one house in Massawa. I take it as a funny, you know, because I need my old house in Tolot, you know. I need that. I miss.
Trust me.
You know?
Trust me.
I can trust you because
you are like the logic. You have more privilege than me about Eritrea.
I have to see what is going on. What is in Eritrea going on? What is worldly going on? You know, I have to see that. I need to understand logically. That I need to come back to old home. Not I don't need to be rich or to have a big house or like that. But I need my country. I want to see the same people like me from my culture. You understand? I want to go freely to drink milk or coffee or in bars like before when I was in Eritrea. You know, I want to feel free. Here I have money, I have house, I have cars, everything, but I don't feel happy because I don't go anywhere and be happy. But my friends from white people, they are going in anywhere place and they come back happy. And they ask me in school or in work, where do you pass? What you do last Friday? Nothing. Yeah, on Friday we was there, we feel like that. What you do for Saturday? Nothing. They say we was there like that, because I don't enjoy when I go there. I can't dance English, I can't. If I dance too, I am not happy like when I dance in Tigrinya. You understand what I mean? If I hear, if I hear Tigrinya's music, even if I don't know where is the place, my beats like that, start to beat my head. You understand? I start happy without a question. If I hear Eritrean music or Eritrean dancing or Eritrean culture like that, because they are in my blood. But if I go any white restaurant or white clubs or so, I am not fully happy. I am not saying total I am not happy, but I'm not fully. I just confusing because of culture, sometimes ashamed, So we need our country the same what now is. Then I think we can continue to talk about economy, about our difference in politics, about provision, about everything. What is our difference about language, international language, like that. I think if you talk in Asmara, it was good.
Oh my gosh, make it brief so that we can share our opinions.
Okay,
also.
let from Jaberti, from Akria. Are you in Akria?
Okay.
Jaberti.
Agazian come because of Jaberti. You know Jaberti?
Just,
Meron.
Just give me 1 minute.
Is it my turn? Can I speak? Can I share my opinion?
Let him.
Okay.
Let
me ask you. Okay, Meron. Let me ask you one question to Barakat.
Yes.
If you don't mind.
Yes.
Do you think our problem is lack of economy that made us to scatter all over the world?
Oh my gosh. Why can't we speak at a time, man?
There's,
why can't
if
you give us a chance to speak?
Okay, can I speak Jaberti Hero?
Jaberti, go ahead. Barakat.
I will keep this.
Let's give him chance. Okay, hold.
Okay.
Go ahead, brother.
Okay, go ahead.
If you don't start to give them chance now, they say we separate our nation. It's, what we don't know, what we don't want.
I'm bringing you almost 2,000 likes, Meron.
Let me first of all start by introduce myself so that you know who you're hearing to. My name is Abdullah. I'm Eritrean and Pan-Africanist who believe that the continent of Africa can only realize its potential if peace is prevailed in Africa. And this is how I introduce myself. I believe in Islam. We want to spread Islam across the continent of Africa. We want to see a Islamic state in Africa. Africa will be like America. America used to be over 50 different countries, but they succeeded in united. They could unite America. Today we call it USA, which means United States of Africa. So we want to see a United States of Africa, Islamic African. Yeah, and we Eritreans, we want to start from Eritrea. We want to kick out all non-Muslim who lives in our country.
Jaberti, brother, are you Abdullah or?
Let him finish. Let him.
Meron, but he's talking about denomination,
No
problem.
Yeah, forget it. Just let him talk. Let's give him the voice.
Let me finish first. Wait. Can I come back, please? Wait.
Oh yeah.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Okay, you can come back, brother. Let me, Barakat.
Okay, the question you.
The question, brother.
Okay, yeah. I think the question was, it was kind of like a cause and effect. There's a problem with the PFDG policy, but on the top of that, they failed to create economy. So the world is about politics, it's a nation, It's nothing but economy. That's the rule. If you read most economic books, it's all nations are fighting for their interests is for the economy. So this whole world, if you see, it's about microchip, it's about oil.
Barakat,
Yeah,
let me stop here, brother.
Yes.
Let me stop here. But the first what you said it correctly. You said it. You know that policy making is very important. You know, even though you have, you know, enough economy, if there is no policy, if there is no law, you know, everything goes in corruption. You know, policy is very important. You know, in one country there are three pillars. You know, political pillar, economy pillar, law pillar. You know, and these pillars in every sector, economy is important, but even though you are rich enough, if there is no rules and regulation in the country, no one will be succeeded, or the economy could not be distributed equally. That's why I oppose the first thing that destroyed in our country is the Hegi and Dabba, you know?
Yeah, correct. That's what we also say here. So, like, it gives you a purpose. After the purpose, you get an aim. After you get an aim, you work harder. You wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning. You work hard. You put on the effort. That's what we also say. But yeah, since we have law and constitution, so we don't need to implement some Western or something. We have our own indigenous, like organic law, organic customs. That's what we all also say in our campaign. But you're right. So, but it is always like a two-side blade, you know, like you have this cause and effect, you know. Sometimes you have to analyze what is the cause, and sometimes you see that you have to analyze the effect. But if you lost in the middle of it, so you're like beating around the bush. So you will not come to the correct answer. But what we believe is we need economy, because if you see in West Africa, they have democracy, they do elections, but they have the most underdeveloped villages, underdeveloped cities. Like their sewage system, electric system, water system is terrible. I have been myself to Lagos and I was really shocked. Asmara is like 20 million times better than Lagos, because that country is supposed to be rich, but there is no sewage system. You walk around the street, you see pile of human feces spread around the street. The smell, you cannot like resist it. Like it's horrible. But they say Nigeria is most rich, but there is no like how do you say like sustainable or like controlled economy, because it's grabbing and taking. But what we are saying at Agazian is we build an economy that is based to our custom and our beliefs. So it's organic to us. And then we will.
If you didn't get
the corruption is.
Barakat. Sorry for interrupting. If you didn't get ground, how can you build that the economy? You know that. First of all, you have to get the ground. You know, the constitution issue, the eligible government. You know, the Hegi all and the all. Sorry, I'm mixing the Dutch and you know, all the laws has to be done properly, has to be correctly. After that, economy is very interest, you know. Economy is power in one country. Yeah. If you don't have economy,
there's no nation.
You can do nothing. Yeah, a nation means its economy, you know.
Yeah, basically.
I believe that. But besides that, what my belief is, you know, economy and laws has to go parallel, you know, has to go parallel.